Okay, he was in a TV movie called Arachnoquake. That's what?
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Is that on Sci-Fi?
That is amazing.
Probably. An earthquake triggers a giant spider attack on the city of New Orleans.
Wow. Oh my god.
So basically it's Mardi Gras and the ground starts shaking and then spiders show up. And they're looking at the cast of Arachnoquake. There's someone called Paul Bucock.
There's no E on the end?
Nope.
Guess what he invented?
What did he invent?
Yeah, Dave. I don't know what's going on.
Pasteurization.
Oh, interesting. That was the answer.
Nice.
Easter egg. Easter egg.
Welcome to Word Rango, the game show where dictionary definitions produce knowledge and comedy. 4 words enter, 1 word leaves, and is crowned champion. Our steely nerve competitors, a writer, another writer, a voice actor, and that other guy. And now it's gloves off, and set your dictionaries to fun. It's time for Word Rango. Here's your host, Mike Suzek.
Welcome to Word Rango. My name is Mike Suzek. Every week we give you guys 4 words and a bunch of other stuff. I'm joined this week by Bob Ball.
If you are what you eat, I'm mostly beer nuts and fancy feast.
Dave Hinkle.
Can you hear the car horns outside my window?
And Ryan Lewis.
This week, my gloves are on.
And, no, you know what? You take those gloves off. You're going to need them off. I want you to get down and dirty this week because this week we're getting in the grass. We're getting over that hill. Maybe get up in a tree because we're hunting for eggs. It's Easter, everybody. And I want to mention Happy Easter to everyone listening, to you 3.
Is it Happy Easter? Is it
Easter egg?
I thought it was like Good Easter?
No.
Or Easter salutations?
It's really more like, to me at least, it's I hope you all manage to tolerate Easter because I think it's just the weirdest, dumbest holiday. I think it's kind of I think it's creepy. I think it's a creepy holiday.
I went searching for Easter eggs and I went in there and the tomb was empty.
Tomb Raider!
I gotta side with Mike on this one. I mean, I'm a little over zombies at this point. They're just of out there everywhere.
I mean, what?
Well, you guys are missing the true meaning of Easter. The true meaning of Easter is a big, creepy fucking rabbit shows up at your house and drops off colored eggs. And that's the true meaning of Easter, as I understand it. And it's creepy.
Why is it
weird.
okay for holiday creations to break into my home and leave stuff there? Mm-hmm. Easter bunnies, leprechauns, Santa, whatever Halloween is, Arbor Day.
That kid who says he's my child.
That's the worst holiday ever, Dave.
Yeah, it's the worst. That old you didn't know you had a kid day?
Good. And in order to celebrate Easter in the right way, the way that we know how, by introducing new words to everybody's vocabulary this week, we got to get someone to start with first word. Ryan, last week you won with scopsy, which is
cheater. You
know what? Still a great word. And I said it a lot this week. But
in context?
I mean, I really said it out of context, but it was still great. But Ryan, that means you're the winner, the reigning champion, as it were, and that means you get first word this week. Ryan, what's your word this week?
Happy Easter, everybody. My word this week is eulatricus. Eulatricus.
So when you look for words, do you go...
Eulatricus?
Do you look at, like, free dictionary and then type a bunch of consonants in and then see if it works? Like, see if something comes up or
just
something?
kind of put my elbows on my keyboard and be like, oh, shit, that's a word. Yeah, a lot of the time.
No, that's one of those words where it's 10 minutes till show and he just has to, like, reach into his bathroom and look at the shampoo bottle and get a word that way.
Listen,
I don't think that's a real word at all.
We can't all come up with farouche-ass words every single week.
No. Ganch!
Gosh.
Ganch.
You terrible person. You hippophile. No, okay, so say it one more time, Ryan.
Eulatricus.
Eulatricus. Bob, can you spell that?
Eulatricus. I think it starts off with an ampersand.
Yep.
U-L-A-T-R-I-C-U-S.
No.
Eulatricus.
No.
Ryan, how's it spelled?
Well, actually, when I first discovered this wonderful word, I thought it was actually Eulotricus, and then I was like, YOLOtricus, all right, sweet. But it's not. It's Eulotricus, ULOTRICHOUS.
Easter egg.
ULOTRICHOUS.
Correct.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Master Greg.
Okay. I will take this one. I will start out. I'm giving Dave and Bob plenty of time to think about things that are inevitably going to be funnier than me. Eulotricus is it's a seemingly mythological creature. Not really mythological because we just haven't discovered it yet, much like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, the Kraken. But also similar to the Kraken, it lives in the depths of the ocean. You know, kind of like Mariana Trench or whatever the fuck it's called. The Eulotricus...
Mariana living in her trench down there.
Mariana. Is that what it's called? Marina?
She's down there.
The Marinara Trench. It is delicious.
I was right. It is the Mariana Trench. Okay, yeah, the Marinara Trench. So... Eulotricus is basically like this electric type of like octopus. Think of it as like an octopus that has, instead of tentacles, it has like electric eels, you know, streaming off of it. And it also has a penchant for uploading videos to YouTube. And it lives
shocking itself while it does that.
It lives in the Marinara Trench, and it also has a lot of subscribers on YouTube as well. Wow. So it's like a very socially active, and I mean like digital socially active. Because think about it, if you're living in the depths of the Marinara Trench, it's, you know, even if you have, you know, like a really strong connection with like AT&T or you know, like Comcast or something, you're probably not going to get a very strong Wi-Fi signal coming down there, which is why we don't hear from the, like, that's why we haven't discovered the Kraken, because we don't hear from it, you know, like we can't locate it or anything because it can't like anything on Facebook. That's why it doesn't follow us yet.
Cell phones are too small for it. I mean, how are we supposed to be in
But it's using a keyboard and obviously some kind of webcam. So
yeah, but it's gigantic. So like one tentacle would smash like 40 keyboards.
Oh.
He can't press a button. He needs a dialing wand like Homer when he got really fat.
Yes. Back when Homer was on King of the Hill. But no.
Yes.
No, size is one thing. But the other part of it is it's the electric eel arms, too. It's able to sort of generate enough power and enough Wi-Fi power. Ryan, you can back me up. You're a network guy. If you just have electric eel arms, you can generate enough Wi-Fi power to upload a YouTube video from the depths of the Marinara Trench. Up to you know, the YouTube servers, so that way everybody can view it across the globe. So that's why the Eulotricus basically is that digitally socially active
Kraken-like creature.
Kraken-like creature that, you know, we'll never really see, but the only proof that we have that it exists is that, you know, it sometimes uploads awkward videos where it's talking about, you know, Obama's foreign policies and stuff like that.
I like that. He's fucking like just can't stand Obama.
Basically, well, you know, it's a very politically charged creature. In addition to also, you know, caring about other things, it does Let's Play videos for video games, and, you know, sometimes it reviews its favorite. It also does that one, what's his name, Ray William Johnson or whatever that motherfucker's called. It also does things where it's just like clip shows of funny memes, and then it interplays itself going, whoa, nobody saw that cat falling off that ledge, you know? Those are the sorts of things that it does. It's a really entertaining, lots of different playlists and everything. The Eulotricus is it's all over the place as far as its YouTube stuff goes.
The thing that I hate the worst thing about him is that he uploads all of his videos in 480p.
Yeah,
or
right.
Yeah, 4x3 and 4x3 like Fox.
4x3 aspect ratio. It's just like, shit, what is he even filming right there? God, you go to do the HD option and it's not there. You're like, really, dude? 2014, you've got fucking electric arms and you can't even give me 720?
You know, I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're
in a trench,
thousands of miles below sea level.
Thanks for this low-res splotch of red, Marinara Trench.
Is that a breadstick?
From the depths of Fazoli's. Dave. Dave,
right.
what do you think Eulotricus means?
All right, Eulotricus. So you guys are familiar with the Trix Bunny, right?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay, so way back in the when also you should all know, if you didn't know, the Trix Bunny is immortal. So way back in the when before humankind, basically when the Trix Bunny first appeared, it was very weird and very foreign to us to see this tall cartoon talking bunny. Our inability to cross that language barrier and to find mutual ground led to a lot of violence. The bunny killed dozens and hundreds, honestly, of people. So the human scientists got together and they tried to come up with something that, would fascinate the bunny, something that would get its attention. And that's when Trix was born. But before that time, there were basically, the first plan was to call in a bunch of witches and like warlocks and priests and stuff, and they came up with this thing, whatever your word was. They came up with this thing, which is basically like a spell to capture the rabbit and imprison him for like 1,000 years. If you ever seen Leprechaun in the Hood, it's much the same kind of.
It's exactly Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah, except in that movie they used a trinket. Once the leprechaun put it on, he was frozen forever. This is a spoken spell that you would need a Harry Potter type figure to invoke on the Trix rabbit. So.
You just basically chant "Tricks are for kids" like 3 times, and he's like frozen.
You say that word that you brought that I absolutely know what it is. You say that word. you lock.
I believe the word for you, Dave, is umlatricus.
Umlatricus.
Umlatriosis.
Hey! Ulotronononobosis. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Like that. When I talked earlier about how I get creeped out by Easter, I get creeped out. The bunny factor is a big part of it. And I think the Trix Bunny's always thrown me off, too. Like, there's always been something fishy about him.
Well, yeah, dude, he spends primarily all of his time with children. Like, what the hell, man? Like, you don't have anybody you want to talk to about, like, True Detective with or anything like that? You're an adult bunny. Like, come on.
You're an adult bunny trying to eat children's cereal.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, nah, you motherfucker. Those aren't for you. They're for kids.
Jog on, man.
Dumbass.
Fuck off to the model village.
I mean, no wonder he has a history of violence.
Now drive your windowless van out of our neighborhood, freak.
Good. Windowless vans. I was happy we got there. Bob, what do you think Eulotricus means?
Wow, this is, it's kind of tough until you really break down the word. Ulot is Greek for a unit of measure. I think we can all agree on that. The second part, ricus, is a Germanic word for a thick, spicy sausage. So this really is a slang term, not used in proper language, but it's how big is your thick, spicy sausage? And the answer is it'll fill more than one bun, hun. There you go. Eulotricus.
That's great.
That sounds...
Or, I'm big in Japan and everywhere else.
that sounds
Bob,
like...
It makes no sense. You're married.
Used to.
You're married. Like, what are you doing? I just don't... Is this like...
Stuff and buns, yo. Right?
Is that your checked luggage? No, it's a carry-on.
Dave, I think this podcast every week is like boys night out for Bob.
Oh, yeah,
like,
okay.
He's a swinging bachelor on these nights, specifically. That's kind of how it works, I guess. Right,
Woo,
Bob?
throw me some beads.
I will throw you a bead.
If this was only a video podcast.
Yeah, if only. And so now, what the fuck did you just say?
It sounds to me like it's the measurement of sausage, or like something about your buns, hun.
Yeah, that's it. More than enough for a bun.
One bun, hun.
And like that sounded like a good motto for Bob's own sausage company, don't you think? Like Bob's Worst, like the
balls and sausage.
No,
balls sausage.
You give us your best, we'll give you the worst, or whatever. I don't know. I mean, the best of the worst, or whatever. I don't fucking know, but
not a one bun hun type of guy.
He's not a one. Try and explain that one to the wife. Okay, Eulotricus. Brian, I am dying to know, what does this word actually mean?
You should be dying to know. It's a very festive Easter word.
Oh, is it?
Describing your Easter bunny, it means having woolly or curly hair. Yeah. So, like Carrot Top. It's a very eulotricous fellow.
So a lot of gingers, they've got the eulotrican locks.
No. It's just
Eulatrolocks.
Eulatrolocks. Yeah. Oh my God. Business plan. All right. Let's hit this up. Okay. People that have really curly hair, what's their main problem? Having people not be really weirded out by hanging around them, right?
Well, yeah.
All right,
They're losing their fro picks, I guess. There might be that too. I don't know.
Or other things like inside of their hair because it's so thick and curly and woolly.
Right.
Basically, okay, so we come up with a shampoo that makes them less socially awkward.
But it's got to have some kind of pheromone in it, so we all know. So we all know on the subconscious level, like, okay, they're one of us now.
Right. They might still have this really thick, curly mane of hair that's really disgusting, but at least they're like saying things that aren't as awkward as they used to.
I don't understand how people who don't want curly hair put up with curly hair. Because, like, I mean, we all have dads. We've all had a dad at some point.
Some of us are dads.
If you have really curly hair, just go in a garage, go in dad's tackle box, hang some weights off your hair, get it straightened out, like, permanently, Like, what are you doing?
Now, there's obviously there are hair straighteners, but there are also hair curlers. I'm trying to understand why anybody intentionally curls their hair. At some point in time,
80s.
did being socially awkward become the in thing? Did that become fashionable?
Oh, man, it's like social awkward
it's
hipsterism.
like meta world peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly, right? No. The 80s, really, I think, is really what happened. When you're playing a keytar, you're never going to look not awkward. So might as well go full fucking curl hair, and just perm that shit up.
Just go the full awk.
Go to
Yeah.
Hollywood. Yeah, Frankie.
I'm amazed that this word exists. And I mean, who'd have thunk that a word that means having very curly or woolly kind of hair would be so long and elaborate? Like the word itself sort of curls around your tongue the way that it sort of what it defines, right?
Right, it's very loopy-loopy. And I think it's a classification applied to humans having this type of hair coming from the Greek word olothrix. I don't speak Greek. Something like that. John Stamos.
We're really pounding away at the Greeks in the last few weeks. I just want to mention that. We're really we're getting it to the Greeks. Let's get another word. I'm looking down the line of the last few weeks, and I'm trying to think, who do I want to go second? And I think someone we haven't had go second in a while, which is going to mean that this is going to be a great episode. Dave, you're next. I'd like to know what your word is this week.
All right, my word this week is fard.
Of course it is.
Shut up.
Fard?
Fard.
Is it F-A-R-D?
Yes, it's like fart, but not fart. It's fard.
With a D. Awesome. Lard with an F.
Oh, you're in luck. I actually know what fard means.
Uh-oh.
I do. Do you know that feeling when you think you've left something behind, like like your car keys or your cell phone or like a purse or a wallet? Do you know that feeling?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's like that, but different. What I mean is you've lost something, right?
Yeah.
What do you do when an item just never turns up? Do you just look in the dryer every day for the next 10 years to hope that cat turns up? Sure, you could. But you would think that cat would have been in the dryer sometime in the first couple of days, right? Why not check the washer, too? Okay, so the cat's not in there either. Fine. You should just give up and buy a new cat, or, hey, better yet, get a stuffed cat. And that's fard.
Fard is stuffed cats?
So fard is giving up on finding your cat and getting a stuffed cat.
Yes.
All right.
And here I thought you were going to go into this whole excellent thing about, like, leaving behind a fart in the room and, like, you feel the loss and you got to retrace your steps to try and find your lost fart and all this stuff. And no, just this dead stuffed cat.
Fard. Do you know that feeling when you've left something behind? Like when you've crop dusted a room and then you walk out? Let's pretend that the night before you had some sort of chili infused with some sort of
Cabbage?
methyl butane alcohol.
Yeah.
And you're feeling kind of bad. And it's Easter. And your grandparents and your parents and nieces and nephews are all in the living room, and you just feel it just way down in your gut. and the bathroom is across the living room, across the dining room, across, for some reason, this moat that you had built in the middle of your house, and across yet another living and dining room. And then there's the only 3x3 bathroom in the house. You're never going to make it in time. So you feel this fard coming on as you crop dust through the rooms. And suddenly you see and hear the screams and the hideous disfigurement of all of your family as all their faces melt off like Raiders of the Lost Ark. And that, my friends, is a fart. And then you go buy a stuffed cat.
Now, did we really just let Bob spin us 2 yarns in a row?
He basically knitted us a whole sweater out.
That's my bad. I volleyed that one up for him to spike
And
it
that's
home.
okay.
But it was the slowest, longest spike that ever happened.
Right. And you know, Raiders of the Lost Ark was on the other day. That was pretty great, and I totally watched it. So you win, Bob. I mean, great work. Let's move on, though.
Can we just go ahead and stop the episode now, then?
No, because I really want to hear what Ryan has to say as far as fard goes. Ryan, what do you think fard means?
Well, sticking with our Greek mythology, basically back when the world was being created by the Greek gods, there was one god, and his name was, help me out here, guys.
Easter egg.
Easter egg.
Bill.
Nope. Bill. His name was Ted. And Ted, the Greek god, he was the Greek god of flatulence. And basically, so Ted had a really huge dinner one night and just couldn't hold it in anymore and let out the world's biggest, most enormous fart and formed some fjords. And so it's the action of doing that and farting and creating such a massive landmass as a fjord is called farding. Hence a fard, which would be a fart that is so powerful that it creates a fjord.
Wow.
It has to do with fart. God damn it, Dave, because
I know.
I'm balancing between this, it's what people in the South call a Ford, or it's it's like a fart that's...
Get in the fard. Let's drive down to the market.
Get back in the fard, damn it. But I had to go the flatulence route 'cause it's only one letter off, guys.
Yeah.
One letter.
This thing here is 6 speeds. One of my speeds is reverse.
Okay. My guess. I am going to say fard is a condition of sorts. I guess you could say it's a disorder. It is a disorder where someone is they are 100% convinced that they are living their lives within the Australian-American science fiction television series Farscape. So...
Ooh, okay,
I'm familiar with this. I thought you were going to say Yahoo Serious.
Nope, Farscape. They are farting. They are within the world of Farscape. Now, I can't say I know much of anything at all about Farscape, but I can tell you that based on the Wikipedia entry, it is a Jim Henson production and Hallmark Entertainment series. It has a very odd logo with people with their arms crossed. No, it's a great show.
It's about this guy who's like an astronaut gets trapped in a wormhole and then like sucked through time and space to like a different time in a different part of space. And he meets all these aliens and they're like puppets and stuff, and he's like, oh, look at me, I'm an astronaut. What's this food you guys eat? Where's spaghetti? Oh, I miss home. It's like that a lot, you know?
And they're all like, oi, that's not a spaceship. This is a spaceship.
Yep.
So it is Australian?
No, well, I mean, it's Australian. Like, they filmed it in Australia. And I think there's one Aussie lady on it, but she's like blue. And you know how blue people are.
Oh, so lonesome for you.
Yeah, see, Mike got it.
Why can you be blue?
She's like down on her luck and down on herself.
She's
Like
Leanne
a
Rimes
Smurf.
is what's going on. She's just so that way everybody knows what I was singing. Fard is someone that thinks that they fell through time and they're trying to eat spaghetti off of a blue woman, just like in Farscape.
Yeah.
And Farscape, also, by the way, is a play on words. It's the, little do people know, like Jim Henson, when he came up with it, he was looking up at a fire escape, and then he just sort of meshed it together and said Farscape.
You got the Farscape over there driving your Fard truck.
Yep. That's
Got
it. So that's
Jim
Fard.
Henson.
Fard, basically, because I was convinced Farscape would go over better, but, we all try.
It's a tough word, I'm not going to lie.
It is.
It's not a eulotricus, for
Look,
sure.
it's okay. I'll fix this in post.
Yes. And I wanted to try and offer something that didn't have to do with farts.
You're
just
the better man for it, Suzik. Happy Easter.
Thank you. Happy Easter to you too. And Dave, you sly bastard, what does fard mean?
Fard is to paint the face with cosmetics.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you ever see so I saw somebody in the comments of Sexy Merriam-Webster had a really good thing. They said, there was a teacher and girls in the class would apply their makeup during lectures and stuff, and she'd say, "Hey, quit farting around," or "You're farting up a storm back there," and "Hey, stop making poop noise come out your butt because it's making the classroom stink," that kind of stuff. So real classy teaching tools.
Yeah, you got to go get all farted up for the dance.
Yeah,
Get fart on.
Yeah, gotta get your fart on. Hey, can you fart on my face? I would really like you to fart on my face. It's
I really
Becky,
want to look good.
I mean, we're good friends, but you know me, I'm not really good at farting. It's no, you just gotta push yourself to fart harder.
You might not be able to fart on your face, but if you could just fart on my face, and then we could both go to the dance, we could fart on each other's faces.
Yeah,
Get really pretty for the
and
dance.
we can get Brad to hold the camera, and it'll be a good time.
Now,
Farting.
I just want to point out that for real, if this doesn't win this week and win forever in the entirety of the show, then I give up. I just give up. Farting is so good. Farting feels great, and it makes people like you.
It is relieving, that's for sure. Fart. Now, what I worry about with this word is that fard, maybe once upon a time it was used in relation to painting your face with makeup, to add makeup to your face. But I just worry that it's too close to fart, that no one wants to use it that way. So I'm thinking it really makes me wonder if maybe there's a product that can be made called fard that is makeup you apply to your face that also gives you pink eye.
Okay. I was going to say the application is just like a giant butthole, and you just squeeze it and it applies the makeup.
That would be the way. Yeah, why not?
I actually had an idea for the first skit this week involving
Please
fart.
do.
Skit? What are we at, camp?
Using it as a product, again, that was a very good idea, Mike. I like that idea. So it's think about whoopee cushions, right? They're funny, they make the fart noise, but where's that hilarious after scent that comes with real farts, So what if fart was a product that gave you all the scent but none of the noise? It was the exact opposite of a whoopee cushion.
Silent but deadly whoopee cushion.
Yeah, and I think that Ryan and Mike need to be conducting an infomercial right now, and Mike is somebody, or Bob is somebody in the audience, and he gets to ask a question at some point during the presentation.
Oh boy. Okay.
Can you turn on PowerPoint to get started?
Yep.
All right. Looks like you got your spreadsheet
on.
there. All right.
The Dave Hinkle School of Turning Things On.
Yep.
Just slamming
Kiku ka kiki.
it. Sorry.
Welcome back, everybody. We have got something special for you. You can order it now. Get it.
I have a question.
Jesus Christ, you need to wait. We haven't even started. For $19.99, you can get Fard, the world's greatest practical joke that really is going to let the air out of a room. Ryan, why don't you demonstrate to everybody how Fard works?
I'm actually sitting on the Fard right now. You can feel the energy in the room, and you can surely smell the energy.
Good Lord, does that smell? It's basically the mix between cheese that you left in a shoe and grandma. And that is, as we all know, pretty much on the scale of worst smelling smells, somewhere around an 8 out of 10. Yes, sir, you're going to need to fucking hold on.
Pick me.
Okay, what? What do
Just let
you
him
want?
go.
What do you want? Go ahead, Bob.
Hey. I did not dealt it, but I sure can smelt it.
Oh! Oh, all right. Well, we're not going to use that slogan.
No, we're not, because we'd have to pay you for it. So definitely not.
Easter egg.
Ryan, why don't you tell everybody what's our slogan? What are you all going to remember when you walk into the store Tuesday morning?
Fard. A smell so hard, it has to be fard. Sit on one today. Chip the paint off your walls. That's how bad this is. It's in between baby bottle that's been left in a car for 5 years and grandma's dentures wrapped in an old Band-Aid. It's
Yes.
Ooh, I have a question.
You got one fucking question.
I know.
You know what? Ryan and I are rocking this infomercial, and you keep fucking screwing it up. Seriously, Bob. Like, I feel like we're on a tear, and then you have some... What do you want? What do you fucking possibly want?
Are any of the chemicals in fard toxic? I bet they aren't.
I am wearing a headset mic, and this is the shit that you're bringing at me.
No, seriously.
Susan, next slide, please.
Ryan, I forgot that I fed him a question. I fed him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
We have to...
that makes sense. It's a good strategy.
Just look at the cue card. Just read it real quick, because it's just... That's actually really good. I'll take it.
I'll read
Thank
the
you.
cue card, please, sir.
No, that's not how it fucking works. Just shut up. Yeah, thank you for bringing it up. That's true. This is the most green product on the planet Earth because it's made from all natural materials, namely jarred farts from elves, in addition to chamomile, and a lot of other secret natural ingredients.
One's defective. Shit.
And it's all natural, all green, all the time, 100% of the time. You'll find this at your Whole Foods. Now, I'm sure what you people are wondering is, why on earth would I want to buy this product? Let me tell you. What you want to do is, let's say you're in the middle of an exam and you didn't study for it. Let's be real. I didn't study for any of my exams, and I turned out great. I'm doing infomercials on TV. I'm a celebrity. Now, if you want to get out of that exam, that's when you bring your fard with you. You let that thing loose. It's going to clear the room right away, and then you can steal the answer sheet on your way out. No big deal. I mean, these are the sorts of things that are practical uses that you can find with fard. Just $19.99 if you order now. Free shipping and handling. We'll get it to you 5 days from now. It'll be in your hands. It's good for 10 uses before you can order the next one for half off. It's great. And if you really wanted, you could get yourself on a subscription plan. We'll get you one every 6 months. And by the time that you get this thing going, you're going to be using it all the time. You're going to find that your life is severely improved, and it's going to smell just a little bit more like grandma's used. Oh, I'm not even going to get into it.
Music. Hold on a second. If the test is hard, better call fard.
That's right, Ryan. Order now at the number below. Free shipping and handling. You can get it now. And once again, do consider the subscription plan. You're going to love it. Don't wait.
Scene.
Call fard. 1-800-FARD.
Just F-A-R-D.
Yep.
Use fard. Why fart and waste when you can burp and taste? It's fard.
Not
Yeah, I don't
Food
wanna
and
buy
Drug Administration approved.
How about if Food and Drug Administration encouraged? Not even improved.
Food and Drug Administration strongly encouraged. Just
Strongly recommended.
strongly recommended. Good stuff. Great work, everybody. Actually, I'm buying that right now. But what we need to do is we need to get to another word. I'm going to go next. Why not? I feel like, you know what? I've earned it.
Mad with power.
Mad with power. Mad money. My word this week is cantrip.
Fard.
Oh my God, Bob.
Oh, you just fuck. What was it?
My word this week is cantrip.
Cantrip.
Cantrip? Like C-A-N-T-R-I-P?
Yeah, you spelled it right. It's cantrip.
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 Nice.
Cantrip.
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 Can't trip him up.
Oh.
Is that the thing that Sting does to have sex for like 18 hours?
Yeah, he has cantrip sex.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because I'm jealous. Dave, what do you think cantrip means?
Cantrip.
Cantrip. Cantrip.
Cantrip.
Cantrip. Cantrip is so You guys all familiar with Jerry Cantrell? Used to be in Alice with Chains, and then he was in the Jerry Cantrell Experience.
I loved Alice with Chains.
You know, his own thing, long-haired rocker guy.
Something about them bones. Okay.
Alice with yes.
So Mr. Cantrell is a large family, and every year they like to get in the RV and go down to the Grand Canyon. So they get themselves together and they go on a can trip. You know, the thing about the Cantrells is they can use their last name for a lot of things. It's like, can you have a Cantrell Cantrell attitude? Like, you know, they're very motivational. They're very positive kind of rocker family. So every year they go ahead and take a family can trip, and you know, it's a real bonding experience, good times, and the kids like to bring along the fart and prank the old man in the RV, but
He's all farted up.
Yeah, he's catching on to their
So on the can trip, is the main song they're singing as they go down to the Grand Canyon, down in a hole?
It should be. It is now.
No, actually,
You're welcome, Internet. You're welcome.
It's fart in a hole, because they're just spending a lot of time just farting in a hole in the back of the RV.
Why are you trying to pimp your fucking words?
No,
dude?
trying to
Get out of
slam
here.
his
You haven't
farting
been on the
everything.
escalator
No,
yet.
farting, like with a T, not with a D.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
fart and fart
yeah.
kind of sound similar.
I'm sure that's what you meant.
Especially when
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
from Philly. Hey, I like a Philly cheesesteak, and I got the fards.
Yeah, because you can't
It's
say
gonna smell real
T's
bad.
anyways.
better than a. You're stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
told you,
Well-
guy.
Yeah.
Well done. Bob, what do you think cantrip means?
Cantrip is, I don't think I'm mistaken, but I think it's a medical term for being afraid of. Well, let me describe it this way: if you're cantrip, you're afraid of the following things: corn, kangaroos, Miley Cyrus, the flu, plutonium. And of course, you all know what those things have in common, right?
Yeah.
That's right, they're stone cold killers.
Oh! Well, Miley Cyrus, really? Thought she was just a wrecking ball.
Have you listened to her music? It's like she's trying to kill me with her albums.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
She actually murdered someone. She just has really good people to cover that shit up.
Man, how can I get some of those people? I need to get me a professional cantrip.
You need to hang out with the dad from Growing Pains, like his kid, right? And then just wear some really tight, like latex hip huggers shorts, right? Isn't that what she did?
I can't remember who the dad from Growing Pains was. I'm struggling here.
I'm having Alan Alda in my head, but that's not the way.
It's Alan something.
Thicke. Alan Thicke.
It is Alan Thicke. Yep, that's it. Alan Thicke. The better Thicke.
Yeah.
How big is your Alan Thick spicy sausage?
Oh.
Hey. Hey. Ryan, you're the last one. What do you think cantrip means?
Yeah, I really like the Jerry Cantrell field trip thing.
That was good.
But really, what it is, that popular internet meme, like where the cat's like, "Can has cheeseburger." Well, basically, a cantrip is a permission slip for a cat to use illicit substances.
Whoa.
So he wants to use some heroin. He wants to use some LSD. He pulls up with his cantrip card. Cantrip? Can I do these mushrooms? Sure. Here you go. Just use your cantrip card.
Now, where do you
Kitty.
add fare on a cantrip card? Do you have to do it online? Is there like a terminal, my local distributor of fine Funyuns that I can just tap my card and fill it up?
You basically just go to any litter box and just rub a bunch of freaking kitty litter on there, and then you can just use that and just deposit it at any internet location where there's heroin or any hallucinogenics involved, basically.
Such as in the Marinara Trench. You can,
Yes.
Right, if you're hanging out with an Eulotricus
yeah.
and he's upset because his internet video hasn't gone viral yet of like him like just splashing around in the ocean at 480 pixel resolution, whatever the fuck that shit is. He's upset. So yeah, no, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Cantrip.
I like it.
All of that last 30 seconds makes me glad I don't do the drugs.
What do you mean?
I want to rub cat litter onto a card and then take it in for some heroin. All that sounds awful.
If it was that easy, though,
It's that low, yeah.
you'd try it. Yeah, you would, Bob.
Yeah.
You'd try it.
That's my one life's regret is I never tried mushrooms.
They're great on pizza.
That's what I hear.
Cantrip. Okay, good work, everybody. I am really proud of you with your definitions, but this is what cantrip actually means. According to Sexy Merriam-Webster, this is great. I'm going to give you two definitions and the origin. First definition. It's like italicized. It says, chiefly Scottish. It is a witch's trick or spell.
Oh.
Or it is chiefly British. Hocus Pocus 2. I don't know what the fuck that means. Hocus Pocus? It's like Hocus
Starring
Pocus.
Bette Midler.
I guess. Or the origin of cantrip is probably alteration of caltrop. So Merriam-Webster doesn't even know. They're like, it's probably an alteration of this word. There's so much that we can do with this because we know that it's either a witch's trick or a spell, or it's in reference to the second Hocus Pocus movie.
Wow.
But it's a trick. But there's a lot of like iffiness to this word that I'm finding. So we can do our own work with cantrip, I feel.
No, I like that. Like you tie in the witch thing. It's like, okay, you know, some witch flies down on her broom and she's like stands in front of you and then just whips out her tatties and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She's like, no,
Whoa.
it's cool. Like, look, touch my titty. If it's cold, then you know.
A trick?
Then you
Is
know
it
I'm a witch.
Turning a trick?
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Sorry, the sirens are going out there.
Run. Dave, are they coming for
The
you?
witches know I'm onto their tricks. Yeah, so I don't know where. Yeah, it was witches turning tricks. Yeah, and then the caltrop part of it is if you impregnate a witch, then obviously you both have to sacrifice it to Beelzebub and mark your face with the ceremonial knife and do all that stuff.
Oh, natural.
Yeah.
That's reasonable. That makes sense.
We've all been there before.
It's all been done.
Just no reason for that.
There's lots of reason. Let's move on. Let's get the last word this week. Bob, you got last word? What's your word this week?
The winning word this week, Internet, is soporific.
Whoa.
Soporific.
Ooh, I like this one.
I do too.
Ryan, can you spell it?
Easter egg.
Soporific is SOPPERRIFFICCK.
Easter egg.
You're real close. You're only about 13 letters off.
Bob,
Shit.
how do you spell it?
Superific.
Soporific is SOPORIFIC. Soporific.
Soporific.
Oh my god, I know exactly what this word is. It's a business venture.
Ooh.
We need to have like some kind of like sting, like some kind of music that comes in when we say that shit. We're full of, this is the fucking think tank of all think tanks right here, dude. I swear to God, this is like the venture capitalist like boner spider.
It is. Now, Ryan, does the music have to be by Sting? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. I'm
A
saying
dream of
when you walk in
LA.
fields of gold.
A dream of fine silver deserts. Desert rocks, LA.
Cause every little business venture's magic. Yeah.
What's with the soporific? Tell me.
Soporific. I mean, so African food is such a lot of people haven't tried it before, but it's delicious. And you think, what do they eat in Africa? Like, not much, right? No, they have this food. It's called a sop, right? And so what you do with the sop, it's like this big fucking piece of bread that you use to like dip into some kind of sauce or soup or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's just this big doughy mass. Well, we need to bring that to the States, but in the form of a breakfast cereal.
Ooh.
So it's this big mound of dough that comes in a box. You pour some milk in a bowl and just grab your fingers into the box and then dip it into the milk and you eat it up like a sop. And it's soporific. You guys have never had a sop before, but this is a fucking brilliant idea.
I've not.
Like,
I'm
different flavors.
You lost me somewhere because the thing with me, Ryan, you know me, I can't have too many instructions. You're going to lose me really quickly. So,
Okay.
like, you need like
Open
3 steps.
Box.
No, that's
okay.
You're already assume I'm opening the box. Okay.
Okay. Box, fingers, sop, bowl. Sorry we won't count the okay. You've got the box, that's a given.
Okay.
Fingers,
Okay.
sop, bowl, mouth. Fuck. Bowl, mouth, sop, bowl, sop, mouth. right? I did not make that any less complicated, did I?
So are you grabbing food essentially and putting it, dipping it into this bowl and then shoving it in your mouth? Is that what's happening? Exactly.
Yeah, like so a sop basically is just a big mound of dough, and you can do different flavors if you want to, and you just grab some of the dough with your fingers, right, out of the box. You have a bowl of milk. You dip the sop using your fingers into the milk, and you put that in your mouth and eat it.
All right.
That's what a sop is. You've never had a sop before?
I'm not. No, I definitely haven't.
Oh my God. Well, usually they don't use milk, but I'm saying if we take the breakfast angle, you could have the sops that taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Do I still have to hold?
Like Cookie Crisp.
Do I still have to hold the dough if I plan on deep frying it?
It might be a little more dangerous.
And
not
also, can you dip it into a galpen of milk?
Oh my God.
That's
that is
a
like
good question.
The unholy, unsanitary trinity. Like right there. You're using your fingers. You got someone else's hands. You got who knows how old this milk is. And then you have this stuff that you're getting from some weird-ass location in Africa that you're grabbing and putting into a bowl of milk. So yeah, no, this is a great idea.
That sounds like the beginning of a Sting cantrip. You know, he has a gallon of milk, and you just have this soporific, nasty loaf thing that you just dip into his hands, and then you both eat off of it.
And he's been having sex for like 8 hours at that
point. With this gallon of milk.
Lap it up.
Oh, God.
It's like, wait, at what point was I invited over to eat? Ooh.
YOLO.
How did you even call me?
Roxy.
Do.
You don't have to put on the sop.
You don't have to stick your fingers in that bowl. Roxanne.
Oof.
Yeah, wow, soporific. Ryan, I mean, I like the direction you're going. It reminds me of going to a stir-fry kind of place where you just take a bunch of ingredients and give them the bowl, and then they fucking cook it up and bring it back to you. It's the same thing, except it would just be a sop place. Like, you go to a soporific restaurant where you just are picking out your ingredients and then dipping it into, like, you know, you have a lineup of people that work at the restaurant who are holding the different, you know, sweet and sour sauce in their hands and stuff like that. And you're just dipping into the different milks and the different... Yeah. Like,
I mean, all joking
sauce.
aside, you know, and all health codes aside, I would eat at a place like that.
I probably would. Yeah, I probably would too.
I think in college I probably already have.
You just forgot about it.
In West Virginia? No, come on now. That was a dive bar.
Dave, what do you think soporific means?
Soporific. Well, so soporific, you guys are familiar with Zabarrific, right? So it's like when, you know, you go to Sbarro and you're like, oh, I want to get like a slice of pepperoni pizza or something like that.
Oh, Sbarro. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Sbarro.
Yeah, I was like, what words are you saying? Okay.
I thought it was
So you go to Sbarro and you're like, oh, you know, just give me a slice of pepperoni. You end up actually getting a slice of Supreme by accident, but you don't say anything because it's like technically it's extra toppings. It's like, you know, it's not a cheap jack, which is like a very purposeful, like, you know, I maintain a relationship and I want something at the end. It's just a weird happenstance. So soporific is that kind of same thing where it's like, oh, you and your buddies are going to end up going out to a bar one night, but like a Mentos commercial, you end up getting a Sbarro first and you end up having crazy kind of like Japanese style night. You end up going to karaoke. You don't know how you got there. Somehow these two giggling girls in schoolgirl outfits and neon pink streamers in their hair join your group, and you know you get ramen at some point, and you just have yourself a grand old drunken Japanese kind of time.
So wait, that's what soporific is?
Yeah.
It's like a Mentos commercial.
Yeah, it's like a Mentos
and then
commercial.
Mothra shows up?
But
I
it's
don't
like,
understand.
Mothra. You basically have to kill Mothra.
I was hoping you were hanging out with Mothra personally.
No. You hang out with Ultraman. Ultraman comes in, gives you a high five for taking out Mothra. It's like, wow, you grew really tall and fought Mothra. That's awesome. I can do that too. And you're like, yeah, let's go knock back a couple Sparrows or Sapporos and get some Sbarro.
Get some sake.
Yeah.
Let's go knock back some sake as giant Japanese robots.
That sounds good too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about Japanese culture to help you on this, but
I think Dave just nailed everything.
I think he got it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how Sbarro like you have the Sbarro and then it just leads from there, right? It always starts with Sbarro, though. You're saying, right, Dave?
Yeah, I mean that's always how the greatest nights happen. I mean, we all go back and we think of our great conquests in life. The wonderful things, our most cherished memories, and they've all started with a thick slice of Sbarro pizza and a cool frosty 12-ounce mug of Sapporo beer, and from there it's just like, just the
And then
good
it's just this
happens.
jump cut of like people and
Taxi.
colors. You eat the pizza, you're all happy, ha ha! And then behind you it's Mothra! And then for some reason in the background there's Ultraman. And then there's this little girl in a string of people that are singing with like kitten backpacks on. And then there's this guy with giant eyes, and then Ultraman gets big, and then Mothra's coming down flapping, and then you're all, yeah! And then you're all drinking sake.
Oh, you better have some awesome Japanese music in the background, like.
Oh, I hope so. But they always jump in with English words, to keep you going, right?
Yeah, it's like they go, oh, so do dingdurwa, yeah. Like that's like
Wait,
all their songs.
yeah. Are the English words you're speaking of in that reference?
Oh no, yeah, you didn't get.
I feel like we don't have a claim to those words.
Well, they're usually like I've found that
Well, it's
the
the spelling,
words that
really.
they use in English are like these motivational phrases, right? Like, Chamidala, never give up. Never give up. Taritamu somebody. Fight for the stars. Shamalabadabidaba.
Well, that's a good. I mean, yeah. There is no word for never give up in Japanese. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, of course not.
I feel like that's not true.
Well, that's their entire culture. They never.
Yeah, they are the suicide capital country of the world. Like, they probably don't
that's
have a lot of
true, yeah.
motivational speeches.
Well, that's actually that's sadly true.
If only there was a word for never give up.
I mean,
Don't kill yourself.
everybody that's listening right now is like, wow, these guys are terrible. I'm telling you right now, we don't have a single listener in Japan. Like, not one. So
Bob said he was big in Japan.
I'm big in Japan and everywhere else.
Well, we did have one.
yeah. We did have one, and it was Mothra, and Mothra's pissed at us right now. Like, super
Hey,
pissed.
listen, I know a whole bunch of stuff about Japan. I lived in Japan for 13 years back in the 1980s. It was a different place then.
Is this when you trained Ken and Ryu?
It was kind of during that time. I trained them. I hung out a lot with Ultraman. We got totally hammered nightly.
Real alcoholic, that guy.
He's a good time, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely, but he's going to die alone.
Look, in the end, we all die alone.
I'm not. I'm going to die on a school bus. And I'm taking a school bus with me.
Oh God, yeah. Just
can't-
don't move to Washington. please.
I can't wait.
There's nobody on the school bus. It's the school bus's name is Herbie. It's a talking school bus, and I'm
So
going to
you
kill
are
that
alone.
son of a bitch.
You're gonna die on a talking school bus.
Yeah.
I
Death
can't
race,
wait. I
yeah.
can't wait to take that little clip out and use that to promote the show. Like, hey, everybody, listen! Oh man, this is that show with that guy that wants to die on a school bus.
Yeah.
I would happily be known as that. Just happily.
5 stars on iTunes.
Just so we're clear, voice actor Bob Ball is walking away quietly.
Soporific. I need to get my guess in. I'm going to go the similar route to Ryan in the sense that I think that it's a product. I think that Soporific, the more obvious play for it, is that it is the world's best mop. It's like it's like the Swiss Army knife of mops. Right? Because what's one of the things that sucks is that when you buy a mop, you know that it sucks because you aren't going to use it that often. If you're not clumsy, you're not really spilling liquids that you need to mop anything up. And, it's one of those things where it's like, well, you need it, unless you really want to get down on your hands and knees and use up all of your paper towels when you spill, like, some water on the ground. No, you want a mop that does the job, but you also want a mop that does everything else that you could possibly need. You turn that thing upside down, you have a nice spoon to use to stir your ramen in the pot up on the stove. You could use that mop for so many different things. I'm sure you guys have some ideas, I'm hoping, but it's...
Halloween costume.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Halloween costume, happy Easter, everybody. Got it.
You're not connecting the dots? Okay.
Yeah, no, good. I guess.
Holidays.
Well, yeah. I
Candy.
It's October now, everybody. Yeah, soporific. So it's a mop, I guess. Good. We need to move this along. Bob, what does soporific actually mean?
Soporific is causing a person to become tired and ready to fall asleep.
God.
Now,
Back to the soundboard. Oh.
does it mean that you're boring them to sleep or just causing them? Because is it like chloroform or is it like...
Chloroform is soporific. It is the San Francisco treat. Right, Dave?
No.
I've lived here for a long time.
No. What San Francisco have you been going to? No, but for everyone who wants to know, the San Francisco treat is ass.
Ding, ding.
It's just ass.
Ass. Down on the
Ass.
I think this is an interesting word because it's I mean, like, it could apply to a lot of different most commonly the first thought that you might have is that you're boring someone to sleep, or you're kind of like, I've had it one time that I fell asleep at a friend's house where they were playing a game because I was so fucking bored watching them play GTA that I just fell asleep on their couch.
See, and you're going the board route. I'm going the straight. Like, you're drugging something. Like, you're fucking got a roofie up in here, man. Like, that's like soporific. Like, you're hanging around. Oh yeah, that guy that's always like, oh man, that was a rough night yesterday. Why did you drug me? I don't understand.
Y'all gonna make me fall asleep up in here, up in here. It's causing DMX to fall asleep, basically. Yeah. So that's soporific, and that I really like that definition. But we need to put it to use, which means we need a scenario. And Bob, you had the last word. I'd like to know if you have anything planned for us.
Nope, not a thing.
Fucking God, I hate
All
all
right,
of you.
you guys, guess what? Dave is the Easter Bunny.
Oh, okay.
And
I knew it!
wait, no. Dave
Son
is
of
the
a bitch, I knew it!
Dave is the basket that the Easter Bunny is carrying. He did such
Whoa,
a good job with that plane, man. We got to see it spread his talent.
Okay.
I feel like being the Easter Bunny's basket in San Francisco means something different than what we think it does.
No, that's the Amish basket, which is a totally legitimate sexual move. The Easter Bunny's basket is safe and PG. Children do exist here. You only see them in Chinatown, but they do exist.
All right, so Dave, you are an Easter basket.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, you are the Easter Bunny, and Suzik, you are an inspector at the border, and the Easter Bunny is trying to get his eggs into California from Mexico.
Oh boy. Well,
Go.
this is going to be offensive. Fucking.
Hey, how long's this line gonna be? I got somewhere to be.
All right, you're up next. What the
Hi.
Okay, sir, you are, first off, you're a rabbit, which means that I'm going to need to see some documentation on these shots, immunization records that you have. We can't be having you bringing in any sort of, diseases.
Sir, I have a passport here. Here, take a look at this.
Sir, that is a carrot wrapped in a tortilla shell. I'm not going to allow...
No, it's what's inside the tortilla shell.
Yeah, that's a carrot. That's what that... It's a big lump of orange vitamin. Don't you walk across this line. I did not clear you to come into the United States of America, where we do in fact celebrate Easter. I'm sure you have a lot of places to get to, but let me tell you right now, that right there is a carrot. Now, do you have any other sort of documentation inside this here basket that sure seems to be swishing around some?
I have...
Honk, honk. Hurry up there. That bunny got churros.
Sir, is that basket of yours talking?
No.
The basket beeped. I was a person in line waiting. God damn it.
No, let me just do...
I was a Southern American person honking from the Mexican side trying to get back into America. God damn
Sir,
it.
I know that you're busy trying to bring some drugs into the country. You're going to need to wait. And I don't know why I have this accent in California. You're just going to need to deal with it.
The Dust Bowl.
I've been relocated from my home state of somewhere completely different. I don't need to put up with your bullshit. Now back to you at hand, sir. I'm sorry, what was your name again?
My last name is Bunny. My first name is Earl.
Earl Bunny. You're really gonna try and
He's
pass
lying.
this
His name is
bullshit.
Tyrone.
Okay, you know what? Tyrone Bunny, you're here. This here basket of yours, this magical basket, who I'm going to need to get a closer look at here. Basket, do you have any sort of identification for yourself?
No, I'm a basket.
You're a basket. Okay.
I'm just hanging out with Tyrone Easter Bunny here. Easter Bunny.
Here, there's some more documentation underneath of these Easter eggs. Well, actually,
Easter egg, I'm not about... Sir, stand down. Stand down. I'm not about to open up one of your Easter eggs. I know this is some sort of cantrip.
No, it's what's under the egg.
This is some sort of cantrip here. And who's gonna...
Just put this in your mouth and it'll be okay.
What's in these Easter eggs? Getting real soporific. See, it's Easter.
You're getting very soporific.
I can't, no. What did you... Someone
You
call...
totally want to take a nap.
No, someone call security.
It's totally nap time for you, sir.
Take his pants off.
Let's see.
Why does my basket want to take his pants off?
Okay, scene.
Oh, that's
Scene.
why.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter. We just...
This basket's Amish.
So that, if anybody wants to know, that was the Easter origin story. It's how the Easter Bunny got to America through the Mexican-Californian border with the talking Easter basket to distribute colored eggs to the people of the nation. And there's some sort of meaning to it, probably. And there you go. That's Easter, everyone. I mean, really, what we did is we created a scenario that everyone can play every year to celebrate. It's like watching a Christmas movie every year. Like, this was the Easter thing that everybody can turn on every year. I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, we don't need that Big Rock Candy Mountain shit anymore, and we also don't need Charlie Brown. Does he do an Easter one? I think he does.
Probably.
This is it right here. I think we just nailed it.
We did nail it.
I will say that Dave, I tried to get him to really expand his voice acting chops. Mm-hmm. He did the plane so well, and then the basket, I don't know, was a little bit unconvincing.
Yeah, it was
Dave.
too fabricy. I kept going thinking it was just it was a fabric filled basket just flapping in the wind.
Fancy.
You tried. You know, that's a tough one to nail down. I don't think Bob could even do it.
It
Sorry,
is.
Bob. Just saying.
That's racist.
What we need to do is we need to get our escalator pitches and get on out of here. Ryan, please give us your escalator pitch for Eulatricus.
Well, I mean, so Eulatricus, we came up with some wonderful definitions for this word. I really like yours, Suzik, because Eulatricus kind of has that sound to it, that it could be a mythical creature that lives in a giant trench made of some kind of tomato product that loves uploading YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. I mean, it just makes sense. But really, it comes down to people with curly hair. It's kind of a disadvantaged group of people. Just having that weight, having that girth on the top of their head. Speaking as someone who's very aerodynamic when it comes to my hairline, it's tough. But I'm glad that there's a word that describes these people because. Life's tough when, you got a bunch of pubes on your head. And I just think that there's a word that really can make them feel like mythological creatures.
I like it. I like it a lot. Mm-hmm. Dave, please give us your escalator pitch for Fard.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Fard is fucking Fard.
Is that it?
It's Cody
Fard.
2014.
It's
Okay.
Fard. Like, come on. It's Fard. This is farting war. You farting ice holes. This is just amazing. It's a great word. It's fun to say. Has that snap to it that I love so much, and it's Fard. It's like Fard. It's
right.
Fard.
All right.
A little fardgasm. What just
I
happened?
think you may need to wipe after that.
You just farted. Yeah.
I'm up next. My escalator pitch for cantrip. Cantrip is a great word. It's one that, again, I think could probably be used in a much more significant way that we could sort of help craft. But the traditional definition being a witch's trick or a spell or just a trick in general or other definitions I've seen. I think that it's, how often do you say something tricked you or, it's easy to get repetitive with that, but you could say that there was a cantrip that someone, use the cantrip on you. I mean, there's like a lot of cool stuff you can do with that, I think. It's a really cool word. I love smashing words together to make new ones, and I think the fact that cantrip exists and sounds pretty cool, I like it. So I think it's a great, kind of classier word compared to fard. You definitely want to vote for cantrip this week. Moving on. Bob, let's get your escalator pitch for soporific, please.
Soporific. It's a great word that really it just kind of flows off.
All right.
Soporific.
Okay. Time to get some votes in.
What'd I miss?
Ryan, I'm going to have you start off this week. You have to pick between fard, cantrip, and soporific.
Yeah, well done, guys. You can tell you're all in the Easter spirit here. Got your eggs in your basket. Just
I
brought
didn't
your
even know it
A
was
game.
Easter until you guys said like Easter's coming today. Like, sorry.
You probably you haven't been to the grocery store and just seen the peep explosion and that kind of shit going on for the past month.
No, not the past month. I've actually been juicing. Thank you very much. So I've been spending a lot of time.
That was my band name in college. Peep Explosion.
I've been spending a lot of time with the Chineses. Which is a family who owns a grocery store in Chinatown where I buy all my produce.
That doesn't make sense. Well, hey, Dave, just in honor of the Easter spirit, there's a juice recipe that is Peeps, jelly beans, and Cadbury eggs. Juice it up.
Okay.
All right. So, anyway, with the quality that I've been given here, it's a little tough to make a decision.
What?
But... yeah, it's a little tough, Dave. I'm sorry, because your word is one syllable doesn't mean that it's going to win.
It's fard.
Right.
You just can't feel the energy in those letters?
No, I'm not saying it's a bad word, but what I am saying is that soporific is my number one word.
Ooh.
Sop it up, sop it up, sop it up. And I actually really would eat it at a restaurant where it was just basically a sop bar called soporific. It would be awesome. So soporific, number one. Number two, drum roll with my fingers. It's going on right now. Susyk's patting like a textbook from his journalism classes. All right, my number two word is cantrip.
Whoa.
Because it's the word in the box.
All right. Bob, you're up next. I need you to pick between eulatricus, fard, and cantrip.
Fard.
Oh, god damn it, Bob.
Yes.
God damn it.
Fucking shut it.
God damn it. This is a long...
Soporific.
No. Oh my god. Bob, eulatric...
My number one work... My number one work this week is Philadelphia cheesesteak. Let's go with fard.
All right. Fard gets you number one. What's your number two?
Cantrip.
All right.
Can I have a number three word?
No, because I know you're just going to say soporific. That's part of carrying on the joke. I get it. No, not this week.
Bob Noxious.
Maybe it wasn't. Do you want to test me?
No. Dave, I don't give anybody else third choices. Why do you get it? No. Dave, you have to pick...
Because I'm awesome.
Dave, you have to pick between eulatricus, cantrip, and soporific.
I'm going to have to go with cantrip for number one. And for number two, I'm going to have to go with eucaligon.
Eucaligon, Paul True.
No, what were the other two again?
Eulatricus and soporific.
All right, I'm going to have to go with eulatricus. And I just want to add that if your barber done you wrong, call Tyrone.
The Easter Bunny.
Tyrone the Easter
Yes, Tyrone Easter Bunny. Easter Bunny.
Hippity hop, hippity hop.
Listen, I have some things I need to bring over to your house. One of them is the pain.
The House of Pain?
The other one is
Jump
some
around,
chocolate
right?
eggs.
Easter Bunny, okay? Just saying. Comes right back
All
around.
right, it is up to me. I have to pick between eulatricus, fard, and soporific. And this is a tough one. Because, Dave,
Quality.
I do get where you're coming from.
Oh, no, it's not going to happen.
No, I'm not saying. I'm reasoning out right now all of these words. I'm telling you because I don't think you feel like you're getting the respect you deserve. Fart is a fantastic word.
Thank you.
I get the humor of it. Soporific, I like the meaning the most. You know, the fact that something makes you tired is great. And then as far as the things that we did this week, Eulotricus really lights me on fire. It's fantastic. I'm having a tough time deciding my number one of all of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick at random. So I'm just going to close my eyes here and go like that. And my number one word this week is fard.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Dave,
hell yeah.
Dave, you get that, and then my number two is going to be Eulotricus, I decided. And that means, Dave, you and I tie this week.
What?
Yep, Fard and Cantrip tie this week. Man, I really should have just picked and then won, but... You know, I play this real. I play this legit, unlike all of you other guys.
I play for keeps.
You play for keeps, and right now... Both of us are like, oh, man, I wanted to get your pogs, but that ain't happening. So, you know what? That's cool. Good. Congratulations, Dave. Congratulations, me. If people want to get in touch with us this week to buy Fard, $19.99 for 10 uses, and then half off for the next one, or you can subscribe. You get one every 6 months. It's a great deal. Bob, how do they get in touch with us this week?
If you are what you eat, I'm mostly Activia and Hot Butt Cappy. You can get us on Facebook, facebook.com/WordRango. You can also get us on the Twitters, twitter.com/WordRango. We'd love to thank at Return of the Yak, at Obo Crazy, at Glibshark, at Mr. Arcees, at Sailor Tweak. You can also download this show, if you haven't noticed, on the iTunes, where we would love a 5-star review if you know what's good for you, or else the Easter Bunny will come to your house, and you won't like it. Not at all. If you'd like to share Word Rango with a friend this week, you know what you should do? Pull out your smartest smart device and send them a text with this link.
Whoa.
bit.ly/try-word-rango.
Technology.
Then, 10 minutes later, text them these words. #, Word Rango. They will totally think you've lost your marbles, and you have for Word Rango.
#, Word Rango. Is that two hashtags, or is it hashtag, then the word hashtag, and then Word Rango?
Capital H, hashtag, and a pound sign.
Oh, really mixing that up. I like that. I like that
It's
a
so
lot.
meta.
It is.
World peace.
Yes, world peace. And and hashtag, no, not hashtag, god damn it, Bob. bit.ly/Word Rango is also going to take you straight to some other stuff. That's going to take you to our iTunes page where everybody else can then rate and review the show. And wordrango.com. If you work in a cubicle and you're like, I need to pass the time, I'm able to wear headphones or something along those lines, just pop in wordrango.com in your browser. You'll be able to listen to this week's show, last week's. I'm going to eventually upload all of them and put them on there as well. But otherwise, just do the iTunes thing or whatever. I don't really care about you guys. But you have a lot of options there. And then Facebook is where a lot of our other fun shit happens, where you can see pictures of Bob pointing at people's crotches all day. So that's facebook.com/WordRango and all that other fun stuff. And we'll be back next week after we've collected all of these delicious Easter eggs. And little do you guys know, Bob is actually going to insert some really, really special audio Easter eggs in this week's episode. For all of you to find.
You didn't even know it.
No.
Easter.
It's going to be good.
Good. It's good that I don't hate all of you, and one of you more than the others.
and when you find them, definitely tweet us at WordRango with the hashtag WordStrong or hashtag WordRango. And join us next week. We're gonna have 4 more fresh words with all their definitions. This has been WordRango. Catch you guys later.
I love you.
Easter egg. Easter egg. Easter egg. Easter egg. What parts unknown? Easter egg.
Easter egg.
Vivos de la Pascua, Florida.
Easter egg.
Easter egg.